Blood that speaks. Most people look in the mirror and see a face. We see a battlefield, a memory, a code, a question that America has tried to erase for over 400 years. Where do we truly come from? Our DNA is not just science. It's resistance. It's a whisper from ancestors never buried, only forgotten. In every drop of black blood is a history book that was never written, but refuses to stay silent. And today, we're reading it. Chapter 1. The Source of All Humanity. Africa is not just the mother of black people. She is the mother of all people. But while others wandered away and forgot their origin, we were stolen, shackled, shipped, sold. And yet the soil remembered us. West Africa was more than just a place. It was a symphony of civilizations. The Yoruba, the Igbo, the Akan, they lived with meaning, structure, spirit. They carried not just language, but lineages. Genetic diversity so vast, it's still unmatched anywhere else on Earth. We are not. The descendants of slaves. We are the descendants of kings, priests, farmers, and visionaries. Enslaved by force, but royal by blood. Chapter 2. The genetic bottleneck. Then came the rupture. The Middle Passage. An ocean that swallowed millions. A silence that tried to erase millions more. This wasn't just a genocide. It was a genetic bottleneck. Out of hundreds of ethnic groups. Only fragments survived the trauma of the crossing, the auction blocks, and the plantations. Trauma didn't just live in memory. It imprinted itself in our genes. This is why Black American DNA carries signs of extreme population filtering. It's not just about ancestry. It's about survival encoded at the molecular level. We carry the blood of the stolen and the strength of the survivors. Chapter 3. Admixture and the Hidden History. But African blood didn't travel alone. Our DNA is not pure, and that is not a flaw. It tells the truth of what happened on this land. Many African American men and women carry traces of European DNA, not from love stories, but from rape. Plantation masters who claimed dominion, not just over labor, but over the bodies of enslaved women. And in other cases, there are strands of Native American DNA, hidden echoes of alliance, resistance, or shared tragedy. It's a story too complex for textbooks, but our blood remembers. Black identity was not diluted. It was reshaped through fire. And still, it endures. Chapter 4. The Medical Consequences of Misreading Using America. Medicine often treats black bodies like mysteries. But we are not mysterious. We are misunderstood on purpose. Doctors were never taught our genetic history. Clinical trials excluded us. Biased research framed our resilience as pathology. The truth is, many so-called black diseases are adaptations. Our ancestors evolved under the threat of malaria, heat, and hunger. Those same traits help us survive, but get misdiagnosed or dismissed. It's why we are more likely to be labeled non-compliant, aggressive, resistant to pain. It's why black women are 3 times more likely to die in childbirth. Why we die younger. Why we are sicker, not by design, but by design failure. And it's why reclaiming our genetics is not about curiosity. It's about justice. Chapter 5. The Sickle Cell Paradox. One gene tells the story perfectly. Sickle cell. In West Africa, the sickle trait saved lives. A brilliant adaptation to malaria. But in America, it was criminalized. Instead of being studied and understood, it became a burden, a way to label black children as damaged or unfit. Even today, funding for sickle cell research is a fraction of what white-centered genetic disorders receive. But here's the twist. That same gene, it proves our strength, our evolution, our brilliance. Even at the molecular level, we outsmarted death. Chapter 6. The Great Migration and the Genetic Remix in the early 20th century. Another shift occurred. The Great Migration. 6 million black souls fled the terror of the South, and with them went their DNA to Detroit, to Chicago, to Harlem, to Oakland. Their bloodlines remixed in northern cities, carrying echoes of Georgia soil, Mississippi rivers, Carolina swamps. The food changed, the culture evolved, but the code carried everything. The blues in Memphis, the gospel in Cleveland, the jazz in New Orleans. Even our rhythm was genetic memory expressing itself. We didn't just survive. We spread, and in doing so, we left our fingerprints on every inch of American identity. Chapter 7. Spitting into the Future. DNA tests and resurrection. Then came the swabs, the spit tubes, the DNA results. Suddenly, a child from Baltimore learns he's 37% Yoruba. A woman from Philly learns she's connected to the Bantu of Congo. And for the first time, in generations, we begin to go home, not physically, but spiritually. Each test is a resurrection of a name, a region, a language long suppressed. We were told our story began with a slave ship. Now we know it began with temples, drums, queens, and scholars. Now we can say, I am not just black, I am Wolof, I am Mandinka, I am Ashanti. Chapter 8. Science as Liberation. Not surveillance, but this DNA awakening comes with responsibility, not just curiosity, because science, like history, has been used as a weapon. Biological warfare, eugenics, forced sterilization. Even now, black people are underrepresented in genetic studies, which means the medications we get often aren't designed for us, because we were never in the lab. We were never in the data. That must change. We must fund black-led genetic research. We must decode our own truths, because our bodies are not theirs to study. They are ours to understand. Chapter 9. The bloodline that wouldn't break in the end. What does this all mean? It means that after 400 years of dislocation, we still carry the coordinates homed out. It means that even when names were stripped, languages burned, gods demonized, our cells protected the story. Quietly, faithfully, our DNA is not just ancestry. It is prophecy. It's proof that we are not lost. We are returning, that we are not broken. We are remixed, that we are not erased. We are remembered, because blood never forgets. We remember who we are, and so we end not with a period, but with a heartbeat, because this isn't just a documentary. It's a homecoming, a healing, a revolution whispered through blood. We are the children of survivors. We are the descendants of the first humans. We are the DNA of the displaced, but no longer the lost, because now we remember who we are, and our blood remembers everything.